Welcome back. I'm going to show you how I make my fresh mayonnaise from scratch today. It actually, after I started making my own fresh mayonnaise, it's so quick and simple to make. I don't understand why anybody would buy it in a jar when it has a bunch of ingredients in it and the mass-produced mayonnaise that'll put you in a hole before your time. So, and it actually kind of seems disgusting to me now that I used to buy a jar of mayonnaise and keep it in the refrigerator for months and months. You know, some people have a jar of mayonnaise and put it in their fridge and it'll be there for a year or something. So this, I just make it 1 cup at a time as I need it, and I know that we're probably going to be making sandwiches for the weekend. It's the summertime, so I want to be prepared, so I'm just going to go ahead and make up a jar ahead of time and show you guys how it's done. So here we go. So we have some farm fresh eggs here, courtesy of our hens, our hard-working girls, and a cup of oil, just 1 cup of oil, whatever type of oil you prefer to use. I prefer to use a non-GMO oil. I choose peanut oil. You know, try to keep in mind that you want it to have a flavor that's compatible, you know, with making mayonnaise instead of, you know, to me olive oil wouldn't impart the flavor that I want, but it's up to you. So a fresh egg, and here's my secret tip, guys. The egg has to be warm, room temperature. If you know you're going to make mayonnaise, put an egg out, you know, the night before or something and make the mayonnaise when you get up in the morning if you don't have chickens. If you have chickens, you get a fresh egg the same day, and that's what I use. So we're going to take the egg and go into my jar here. Actually, I'll show you really quick. I'm using this canning jar because this wide mouth pint is the perfect size for my immersion blender. It's the perfect size. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway. So into the canning jar is going to go 1 egg. 1 egg makes 1 cup of mayonnaise. And then you're going to take your oil, whatever type you prefer. This is peanut oil. And I'm going to let it drain down for just a second. Kind of get all the peanut oil in there. And then I have a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of lemon juice for my acid. I've heard that you can also use vinegar for the acid if you prefer, but I always use lemon juice. So toss that in too. And the salt is really just for a little bit of flavor. But anyway, and then this is unbelievably easy. I just put my immersion blender all the way down over that room temperature egg. Never use a cold egg, or you'll end up with an oily mess that will not emulsify. So ready, folks? Here we go. Pour all that oil down in there. Take it off real slow. Up and down just a couple of times real slow. And there you have it, folks. We've made mayonnaise. And what did that take? You know, 5 seconds or something to make our own fresh mayonnaise instead of making mass-produced mayonnaise that's full of a bunch of junk. So we're going to go ahead and tap that off. And actually the flavor of real mayonnaise is so much better. That is better than anything you can buy in the store. Just tap all that off in there. I'm going to bring the camera and take a look down in there. So you can see how nice and thick it is.
Can I see?
It's beautiful. It's just like store-bought. So there we go. That's mayonnaise in about 5 seconds.